Hello, boys and girls. I was so excited to see you this morning. You all look so good, and I miss you all so much, but it was a good time. I do have a couple of books for you today that I'd like to read, and the first one is called New Boots for Rabbit. Turn down the computer so we can see the pictures and see the words. New Boots for Rabbit. It says that this book belongs to Samantha Gray, which is my daughter. One morning, Rabbit looked outside and saw that it was raining. He remembered his new boots and he hurried to put them on. "It's raining outside," said Rabbit to his mother. "Let's go for a walk so I can wear my new boots." But Rabbit's mother was busy and she said, "In a little while, Rabbit, when I finish my work." So Rabbit began to play by himself with his new boots. "With these boots," he whispered, "I could walk into a river and catch the biggest fish in the whole world." And he pretended he was a fisherman pulling a huge fish. That is a huge fish there. Then Rabbit said to his mother, "Is it time to go for a walk now?" "Later," replied his mother, because she was still busy. Look, she's vacuuming in the living room. So Rabbit played some more by himself. "With these boots," he said, "I could be a sailor in a storm, traveling all over the world." And he pretended he was in a boat tossing on the sea. And there he is. He's all ready for the ocean. When he finished playing, he called to his mother, "Are you ready yet?" "Not quite," answered his mother. One more time, Rabbit went off to play. "With these boots," he said, "I could be an explorer in the jungle." And he imagined himself walking through a rainforest, discovering new insects and birds. And there he is, looking at everything. He's got his binoculars. At last, Rabbit heard his mother say, "Time to go now." So together, Rabbit and his mother went out for a walk. Uh-oh, he doesn't look very happy. But what a surprise! The rain had stopped and the sun was drying up the puddles. Rabbit was so disappointed and cross that he felt like crying. He had waited all that time to get his new boots wet, and now the sun was shining. Rabbit and his mother kept on walking until they reached the park. Rabbit began to feel better. He and his mother could look at the fountain with the little pool all around it, and that was always fun. Suddenly, someone shouted, "Oh, dear me, help!" It was a fancy-dressed grown-up, and her hat had blown into the fountain. Oh, dear. "I'll get it," said Rabbit, and he quickly waded into the shallow water to rescue the hat. And there he is picking up the hat. "Oh, thank you," said the fancy-dressed grown-up when Rabbit returned the hat. "How lucky that you were wearing your boots." She smiled at Rabbit. With boots like those, maybe someday you'll be a fisherman or a sailor or even an explorer." On the way home, Rabbit felt very pleased and proud, and he skipped along in his new wet boots. With boots like these, he thought, who knows what might happen. The end. That's a cute little book. Now my other book I really like, and it's called Pancakes for Breakfast. Look at the stacks of pancakes that she looks like she's going to have. Oh, with butter on top. Let's see what this has to say. Pancakes for breakfast. And there's a nice little, there's a nice little home out in the winter with the snow, and the sun is coming up. And here is Grandma in her bed with her cat, and they're starting to wake up. Oh, look what she's thinking about. Can you tell what it is? That's right. She's thinking about pancakes. And over here is Pancakes is the recipe. It starts off with 2 cups of flour, and you need eggs and milk and syrup. So she goes to get things ready. First, she gets out a bowl. Then she gets the flour. And she sifts the flour. But she needs eggs. This says eggs. Does she have any? No. So let's see what she decides she needs to do to get eggs. It looks like she's going out to the hen house. And in the hen house, she's able to get some eggs. And look at the puppy looking in. Okay. When she gets back, she has flour and eggs. Oh, but then she realized she doesn't have enough milk. So off she goes again to get some milk. This time, she went out to the barn to milk the cow to get the milk. And here she is going back to her house and pouring the milk into the pitcher. She pours the butter into a bowl with the pancake mix, and it has the flour and the eggs and the milk, and she finds out that she is out of syrup. So she gets dressed to go outside to keep warm, and she goes to the man who has new maple syrup for sale, and she buys some syrup. So now she's thinking about when she gets home. She'll add all the ingredients, mix the pancake mix together, put it on the griddle, flip the pancakes, and sit down and have a whole big stack of pancakes. But when she gets home, she drops the syrup right over here, and the eggs are all broken down here. And the dog has gotten into the flour, and oh, what has the cat done? He has spilt over the milk, and he's drinking it. Whoops. See if we can get to the next page. She feels very sad. Look at her pancakes in her mind are flying away. But wait, she smells something coming from somewhere. So she puts on her scarf and she heads on over to her neighbor's house. And what does she smell? But they're making pancakes. And look at that, she finally gets to have her pancakes. And in the end, when she gets home, you can see right here that her tummy is full, and the message up on her wall says, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Well, that was an interesting story about pancakes. And you could probably read this on your own. Well, it's Friday. Again, it was so great to see you guys this morning. I can't wait till I can see you in person again. You have a good weekend, and I'm sure I'll have another story for you on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.